Welcome to Workshop Topics, testing a Proxxon Toolpost Grinder Holder which was recommended by a viewer. And that was after I made 2 videos showing how to fix a Proxxon bench mount to the top slide of my Myford ML7R lathe. I have 2 of these bench mounts. One is permanently mounted to my workbench in the workshop, but it was the other one that I adapted to fit the lathe, and it worked very well. In the first of the 2 videos that I made, I was going to make a special fitting to clamp the drill in the tool post, but I didn't have a piece of steel of the right size. But the video series wasn't all wasted though, because by mounting this fitting on the cross slide, it allows me to position the grinder quite a long way from the work. That was then, this is now. These have arrived in the post, some 4BA by 1/2 inch brass cheese head screws. This is the bench mount that I now use in my second workshop. It's back on the workbench because I need to remove the Proxxon motor tool from it. This arrived later on the same day from Amazon, and it only cost £17.75. Taking my time into consideration, I couldn't make one of these for that price. This is how the bracket fits to the drill, and this is how the bracket fits into the tool post. You can see that the mounting bar is not in the middle, and at first I thought, I wonder why the mounting bar is not in the middle. The answer soon became apparent. It's to allow you to get the centre height on different types of tool holder. This is a Myford tool holder. Initially, the tool holder slides into position on the quick change tool post, and with this special fitting, which is adjustable on the top, it allows you to get centre height. The positioning of this tool post grinder holder is fairly critical. This clip shows it fitted too close to the tool post. I need to move it away so that the drill is freestanding. The body of the drill must not touch the tool post. I've also turned over the fitting in the tool holder. This clip shows me tightening the Allen cap head bolt which holds the drill firmly in position into the fitting. I needed to find the centre height so I could lock the tool holder in position with the tool post grinder exactly on centre height. For this I'm using a 1/8 inch diameter drill, and by adjusting the screw on top of the tool holder I can easily get the drill bit to centre height and then lock the screw which will hold it there. And every time I fit the quick change tool post containing the Proxxon drill, it will always be on centre height. Here I'm showing the principle. I can now drill a hole in the centre of the piece of work in the chuck, but this is a bit stupid because it's far easier to do it with a drill in the tailstock. This after all is a tool post grinder, so there's no time like the present. I've fitted a grinding wheel into the chuck and I'm now going to grind the end of this piece of brass. I know this is not a good idea and I'm not doing it properly, I'm just doing it to illustrate what can be done. As you can see, the grinding wheel clogs up with brass very quickly. I've never had a tool post grinder before, so really I need to try and figure out what I'm going to use it for. I thought I'd try another grinder and see how that was, but it was even finer, and soon it clogged up with brass and didn't grind very well. Now I'm going to show a practical application. This, as you can see, is a cutting disc. Before I show this quick demonstration, a serious health and safety warning. Eye protection must be worn, and always keep your head and other body parts out of the line of fire of the grinding disc in case it shatters. And also, don't be too heavy-handed and apply too much pressure. Give the cutting disc time to cut. I'm currently using this cutting disc as a parting tool, and it puts a lot less pressure on the work than would be applied by using a normal parting tool. I slowed this clip down because in no time at all the cutting disc went straight through the work and the end of the brass bar fell into the chip tray. This tool-post grinder could be very useful for making slots for O-rings in pistons and such like. And here, with the lathe stationary, I'm just cutting a slot in the piece of brass. And when I think about it, this could be quite useful for certain fabrication operations. For instance, I could cut the slot and solder in a flat piece of brass. But really it would be better to do this on the rotary table with a slitting saw. With a bit of lubrication, I think this is a good application for making piston ring grooves in very small pistons and valves. I thought I'd better mention that this is a genuine Dremel cutting disc, which is far better than some inferior types in cheap sets. I'd like to thank the viewer who wrote in and sent me a link to this tool. I bought mine from Amazon, which was much cheaper than eBay. This mounting can go back where it was in the workshop on the side of my house. And that is it for this episode. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.